Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Doring here on Monday, January 13th. A mild start to the week here in the Mid-Atlantic region. High temperatures should reach about 50 degrees in the Philadelphia region, maybe the low 50s across D.C. and close to 50 in New York City. That's well above normal for this time of the year. The normal high for today at Philadelphia International Airport, for example, is 40 degrees, 38 at Central Park, and about 43 at Reagan National Airport. So we certainly will start off the week much above normal for this time of the year. However, we have a series of cold fronts coming through the Mid-Atlantic region over the next 5 days or so, and will turn progressively colder as we progress through the week. The first cold front pushes some rain into the region late tonight and tomorrow morning. We get a little bit colder by Wednesday when a second cold front approaches. That could have some rain or snow showers associated with it. And then finally, a third cold front will push into the eastern states by the weekend and will turn even colder behind that one. Well, let's take a look at the latest surface map. Here's the first cold front now cutting through the Ohio Valley. There's an area of moisture we'll see in a moment on the radar right in this region right here, south central part of the country, and that will head towards the Mid-Atlantic region. I do not expect a heavy rain event by any means late tonight and tomorrow. The most likely timetable for this upcoming rainfall associated with this first frontal system is about from 3 a.m. tonight to about noon tomorrow, up and down the I-95 corridor here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Again, not a heavy rain event, perhaps a quarter inch or less as this first front moves through the Mid-Atlantic region. And here's the current radar loop from the south central part of the country. This is from the Penn State EWAL site. And again, there is some moisture down there. Certainly we will be getting some rain, but just not a heavy rain event. Certainly nothing like what we experienced here in the Mid-Atlantic region on Saturday. Perhaps, again, on the order of a quarter inch or less coming late tonight and tomorrow morning, probably around 3 a.m. to about noontime tomorrow will be the time frame. Here is that area of moisture with some embedded heavier showers down here across the south central U.S. Clouds should be on the increase later on this afternoon here along the I-95 corridor, and then rain moves in late tonight and continues tomorrow morning. Well, let's take a look at some forecast maps. This is using last night's Zero-Z GFS model run. This is the upper air pattern for Tuesday morning, and then we'll look 24 hours later, Wednesday morning and Thursday morning. Again, this is using last night's Zero-Z GFS model run, the 500 millibar forecast map. Couple areas of interest here in the upper part of the atmosphere come tomorrow morning. First of all, we have this first upper level trough right in this region right here. Right on its heels is a second upper level trough. Basically, this is first frontal system and the second frontal system that will be pushing progressively colder air into the Mid-Atlantic region. The second system right here is a little bit more of interest because by that time we'll be cold enough for some snow Wednesday afternoon. However, the fact that it is so close behind this first wave doesn't really allow it to form all that quickly as it reaches the east coast. So don't expect a major precipitation event on Wednesday. If that should change, that could be of interest because, again, we will likely be cold enough for snow by the latter part of Wednesday. So right now, this first wave looks like it'll produce some rain in the Mid-Atlantic region from late tonight into tomorrow morning. Then the second wave produces some more precipitation, but again, not looking like a major event on Wednesday, so perhaps some rain showers followed by some snow showers. Let's now jump ahead 24 hours. Well, here's the upper air forecast map from last night's Zero-Z GFS model run for Wednesday morning. Here's that second upper level trough here moving into the region on Wednesday. Again, fairly impressive looking trough, but again, it just doesn't quite seem to have the time to generate a strong storm along the Mid-Atlantic coast on Wednesday. We'll continue to monitor this over the next day or so because, again, we'll get cold enough for snow in the Mid-Atlantic region, certainly by the latter part of Wednesday. Notice upstream, yet another upper level trough, and this indeed represents where a next cold frontal system will originate, and that passes into the Mid-Atlantic region by the weekend. Let's now take a look at Thursday morning's 500 millibar forecast map. And here it is, a midweek upper level trough moving off the east coast. Again, a storm may really strengthen off the coast as there's just not quite enough room for this second trough to really intensify before it moves off the east coast. And yet another upper level trough here, now moving into the north central states. This is again the Thursday morning forecast map. This is representing yet another cold frontal system, and there could be some snow associated with that late Friday night, Saturday time frame as even colder air moves in. Again, a progressively colder week coming up for the Mid-Atlantic region. Well, let's now take a quick look at the surface maps corresponding with those upper level charts. We'll look at Tuesday morning, then Wednesday morning, and Thursday morning. Again, rain moves in late tonight, perhaps after 3 a.m., and continues off and on till about noon tomorrow. Not a major precip event. Notice light greens here across the Mid-Atlantic I-95 corridor. I would expect a 1/4 inch or less. Not at all similar to what we experienced over the weekend. Here is the next wave of low pressure represented here at the surface by the GFS for tomorrow morning, cutting across the western Great Lakes. Let's now jump ahead 24 hours to the Wednesday morning forecast map. And by Wednesday morning, that wave kind of disappears a little bit at the surface here in the eastern part of the Great Lakes. We do get colder. Again, there can be some rain showers or snow showers, most likely in the form of snow by the latter half of Wednesday. But again, excuse me, do not expect a major precipitation event from this middle wave of the week. We have 3 different frontal systems coming our way. Tuesday night, late tonight into Tuesday morning, and then the next one on Wednesday, and a following one right here coming by the weekend. Let's now jump ahead 24 hours to the Thursday morning forecast map. And here it is, a pretty chilly day on Thursday. Another strong system here cutting across the Great Lakes region. That represents some even colder air that will drop into the north central part of the country and ultimately by the weekend into the Mid-Atlantic region. And that should be even colder than the midweek cold shot that we'll experience. So a couple of frontal systems, actually about 3 cold frontal systems to deal with over the next 5 days or so. Slight chance for some snow on Wednesday, a slight chance with this third system along around Friday night or Saturday. Stay tuned to the siweather.com and we'll monitor all of this over the next day or two. That's it for now. I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.